So for now, okay, by the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Alkebulan Trust, the name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. My name is so for example, we're gonna be reacting to Drake's lawsuit. It's gonna be a quick one, to be honest with you, because I still need to react to you know what I mean? I still gotta react to the breakdown of the analysis of the video as well. And I've been on here for quite some time when I think about it. Anyway, so where was we? So we were here. So all right, so Tidal, SoundCloud, Audio Mac, Napster, Cubase, Last.fm, Deezer, UMPG, website, and Meta and TikTok. Any person who views and listens or streams the recording on one of these platforms can view the image. All right, cool. We see the image. What are you trying to imply? That's a cover art. You know what I mean? The image features serial view of Drake's Toronto home and includes identifying information regarding the location of the home and is covered in the icon used by law enforcement and public safety application that sits on the device uh, to identify child S offenders and their residents on public registries. As of the date of the filing, UMG original publications of the recordings image remain available to the aforementioned platforms. At all relevant times, UMG knew the allegations in the defamatory material were baseless, and despite being able to contact Drake, at no point has UMG ever asked Drake or his representatives about whether the allegations in the defamatory material were true. I mean, it's just a diss record, right? On information and beliefs, Lucian Grange and Mr. Yannick were involved in initial publication of the recording and image. Separately, on information believed that Monte and Avery Lippman of Republic CEO and president respectively failed to prevent the publication. Yeah, but then here's the question I have. Then if Yannick, or is it Yannick? The CEO of the Republic of the CEO and president of the Republic, which represents Drake, didn't you know what I mean? Didn't Yannick or whatever speak? Like, think about it. You have to think about it. The defamatory material was also in Drake's songs as well. Do you know what I mean? So you do the math. The defamatory material is false. Okay, can you prove that? The allegations against Drake are unequivocally false. Okay, we get it. You believe it's false. If you believe it's false, why are you moving like this? You know what I mean? Like, why are you moving like this? It doesn't make sense. If you know it's false, the same way Kendrick said, I know this is false allegations you're making about my name and my wife and my children. So and my business partner, my friend. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you know on record because you tried to because you lied to me, lied about them, and lied towards me, towards because you lied. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Again, family matters ain't the truth of the matter. It was God's plan to show you the lie. Take it how you want. You know what I mean? Like it's a clever wording. You either get it or you don't. You didn't see Kendrick pulling up to the federal courts to say he made defamation claims about me because he knows it's a. Anyway, you saw my reaction to the interview. Well, where was he? So basically, the allegations against Drake. Okay, so we said that Drake has never been charged. Okay, we get that. Sometimes it takes years to charge someone and convict someone. That's just facts, unfortunately. Yeah. Anyway, and I'm not saying it's true either. I'm just saying the fact. Sometimes it takes years to charge someone and convict someone. And even though, as of this date, for me doing this live stream, yes, Diddy has been arrested and charged. He hasn't been convicted yet of this date. Yeah, there's a clear definition, but he is in jail without bail. You know what I mean? Anyway, and then it says here, where is it? Drake has not, okay, yeah, never been that if convicted of any charges of S violence or assault, including but not limited to S violence against a minor. Sorry, I had to do that. Drake has ever engaged in inappropriate romantic S behavior with a minor. So we're gonna pretend that we never saw that video. Okay, Drake. Okay. We're gonna pretend that video doesn't exist. It exists. Get me? Where we are. So, um, the recording provides no evidentiary support for any of the defamatory allegations. Instead, the recording opaquely reference hearing these allegations threatens that it can go further. The reason why it can go further is because Kendrick believes he has information that he could use against you. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like the battle could continue. It could have had he not waved the white flag. That's just that. If he never waved the white flag, we knew it could continue. Because how many does he have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, yeah. And the funny thing about that, remember in that same song, he does say, "How many options do you really got? There's too many options." Is that going to be laid out in this lawsuit? I'm just curious. You know what I mean? Anyway, because going further just means information on you to just use against you in bars. That's in songs. That's in a diss song. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? Drake publicly denies defamatory material on May 5th, 2024. Excuse me. Just a day after UMG published the recording and image, Drake denied all the allegations in the song called The Heart Part 6. Drake explained that he has never been with no underage, with no one underage, and that his name is not on the offender list. Okay, we know that for now. You know what I mean? Despite being able to contact Drake, UMG did not ask Drake or his representatives to discuss the denials. Excuse me. Denials of his allegations contained within the defamatory material. Drake is the target of violence almost immediately. Remember, Aubrey, how many options do you really got? There's too many options. Do you know what I mean? Again, this is what's so interesting about this lawsuit, right? It's just knowing the fact that within that same song, Kendrick does actually say, "How many ops do you really got? There's too many options." So you can try to pin it on UMG, you can try to pin it on Kendrick, but the reality is you don't know unless that person speaks out and say, "I didn't get," like I don't know. Has anyone heard from the person who who is the perpetrator behind that incident? Has anyone heard that person speak? Is there like a what do you call that? I forgot what it's called. When you know when they're talking and it's like I forgot what it's called, but yeah, if they've got that, then fair enough. And he's actually mentioning, then fair enough. But at the same time, they can still lie. You know what I mean? So we got to find out. We got to find out what the real facts are. That you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying in regards to that. Drake explained that. Okay, read that. Despite code, read that. Drake is the target of read that. Within days after UMG initial publication, recorded and the image which depicted the location of Drake's residence in Toronto, accused him of being a criminal and called for violence against him. That was not even. Where in the song, Not Like Us, did Kendrick Lamar ever call for violence against him? I just want to know where. I've heard this song so many times. I've never heard Drake being like let me reword this. I've never heard Kendrick say this is what you should do. You know what I mean? I never heard that. Because mind you, It's like if that was true, then you could be like, if it was true that Kendrick did say it, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, he did say it. You know what I mean? But like, he didn't. Anyway, including at least one armed and call for violence against him. Multiple strangers, including at least one armed with a deadly weapon, targeted. Oh, ooh, I can't even say that word. Target with a weapon and targeted Drake. On at 2 a.m. on May 7th, 2024, a group of men drove by Drake's Toronto residence, screamed "F Drake" and released at least two shots. Okay, one went through the security fence, hit Drake's front door. Another bullet. These words I've got to be careful what I'm saying. Another hit seriously wounded Drake's security guard. Drake and others in the house rushed to the man's aid, trying to keep him from bleeding out while the ambulance came. The injuries he sustained were serious, and for 2 days, doctors weren't sure if he would live. Done anyway. I won't go. I don't know the medical records. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Um, if I remember the news from that time, I'm pretty sure they didn't say it was fatal. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm not saying it's right to do what happened, but I'm saying from the way it came across, the way it was reported, it wasn't reported as it was fatal. It just wasn't. But if it was fatal, you know, I'm sorry. But I'm saying I'm sorry because I'm like I don't know because I want to be careful what the words I'm saying there because words are powerful and at the end of the day, I get what that's trying to say. Words are powerful when look what happened. But anyway, the news quickly jumped on the story. See what I'm talking about, and of the violent attack against Drake with all the major news outlets publishing stories. For news days, helicopters flew over the Toronto house while no one from UMG ever reached out to Drake or any representative to check on his well-being. UMG undoubtedly saw the press coverage of the attack. Aubrey, are you a baby, bruv? You know what I mean? Like, are you a baby? like, I'm not being funny, yeah. Like, I know it's a serious situation that happened. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not trying to say it's not a serious situation. It 100% is. But the reality when it comes down to it is you have to think about it. If, like, put it this way, it's like, you know how sometimes, because of how big the organization is, right? Someone could have talked to someone could have reached out just to, you know what I mean? I guess he probably wanted a direct phone call, you know what I mean? A direct linking up with a person to hug and hold him. I don't know. Like, I don't know. What did he want? You know what I mean? Like, and obviously the main thing really is to, you know what I mean? If your security is in the shape that he was in, then okay, well, the main focus is to be that. Then you I don't know. And then now here's the other thing. The other thing is why I don't even know, man. It's just too many things that I'm just like questioning. Like, is he a baby, bruv? Do you know what I mean? Like, grow up, bruv. Like, man up. I know it's tough to take where you feel like someone should reach out to you because you went through a certain situation, but if they don't get to you, who care? No, I'm not saying who cares, but the only person you should be dealing and checking up on is the person that got injured. That's the real key situation. And then obviously, because he's got a son, as far as we all know, right? It's just making sure the son is okay. Like, be a man. Be a man. You know what I mean? Be a man. Find a way to make sure you I say overprotect, but yeah, in that situation, you've got to do everything you can to overprotect. You know what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at it. And I could be completely wrong in my approach, because it's one thing being in that situation, and the one thing where you're reading about the situation. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about how other people have looked at, you know what I mean? It's like, for example, let's put this from another perspective, yeah? I know they're two different things, but it is a rapper, MC rather. LL Cool J. He had an intruder come into your house. You know what he did? He did what he needed to do against that intruder, right? And I'll just do that. He protected his home. He protected his family. Did anyone did the record label, and I'm pretty sure that label was under UMG as well. Did they reach out to him to check on his well-being? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Do you think he cares? I don't think so. The same thing with Bun B and the situation where he wasn't at home to be able to protect his home, to protect his wife. He wasn't at home. Did the record label check up on him to see if he was okay? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's just think about this for a moment. The good thing is me bringing up Bun B because he's from Houston, where Drake has sort of relocated to, right? If anything, learn from him. And it's different because you are at home, so I get it. You're gonna feel a bit shaky and all that stuff there. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Anyway, uh, here is that. So while no from UMG ever reached out to Drake or any of the representatives to check on his well-being, UMG undoubtedly saw the press coverage of the attack. Okay. All right. So listen, we're gonna end out on this one for now. I know there's like at least 20 more pages to run through. I say that, or 30. Look at me, I can't do the math properly. Just about over 30. All right. So make sure you stay subscribed, hit the like button. But yeah, man, I'm just thinking to myself in regards to this particular case. What are your thoughts on? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Because it's like the way I'm looking at it is like, what does he want? You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, man. Anyway. So now we're gonna react to this real quick. Get me. If you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, you know what to do. You know to hit the subscribe button. You already know. You already know. I'm gonna run through this real quick.